Hello, hello, hello! I'm back playing another game from Steam, and this time it's Beacon Pines, a lovely storybook adventure pack with a neat little narrative twist. Now, full disclosure from future me, the game froze so badly near the very end of the demo that it crashed my computer, so I lost the footage and the last few minutes of audio. Normally, I would have said screw it and moved on, but because I love the game so much, and because it's mostly clicking and reading, I decided to capture the demo again while trying my best to sync the new footage up with my original audio. So if some of what you're seeing doesn't make sense for what you're hearing, it's because I didn't quite nail that part, okay? There's only so much time in the day. Anyway, enough of that. This is where the game dropped me in, so let's begin. Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its function. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story. Oh, lovely. Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the humble welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. Oh, I love it already. His name is Luka Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he is here for a reason. Oh, I love it already! I love it already, it's gorgeous, I love it. Okay. Ah, I'm so cute! Look at me! Hey, Dad! The morning light filtered through the trees onto the gravestone. How are things going? A gentle rustle of the leaves was the only reply. Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died. And it's been 6 years now. From here on out, you'll have been gone for longer than you were here. Oh, that's really depressing. Feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Oh, look at those little tears in my eyes! I'm sorry. Hey, Luka, you're just gonna have my voice, because whatever. Rolla was Luka's closest friend. I knew I'd find you here. Well, after I banged on your door till your gran finally came. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them. And after I checked the pond. And climbed up to the treehouse. Then I knew I'd find you here. Rollo finally noticed the fresh flowers on the grave and the tears welling in his friend's eyes. Oh, yeah. Right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone, too. She's not gone. She's just not here. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gonna come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Oh. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Oh, are you my companion? Let's go. Oh my god, look at that. Tickle. What is that, like an emote? Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing, very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough. All right. This is adorable. Look at the little daffodils. Sneezy, sneezy. Anything else I can find here? Can I tickle you? Wait. I mean, it just looks like I should be able to do that. All right, fine, let's just go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The whole reason why I was looking for you.
I was wondering if you'd ever get to that.
You know the abandoned warehouse by my place?
The old Valentine building?
Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned.
What makes you think that?
Get this. Last night, it was glowing.
Glowing? Are you sure?
Kinda.
No one has used that building since...
Since before the foul harvest?
Yeah.
Who would even want to poke around that place? Well, clearly you, because you were looking at it.
We would, Rolo. We would.
Wait, it's just a busted old warehouse. What do you expect to find there?
Answers. My mom's out there somewhere. And it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rolo, if you don't want to.
Luka, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pa throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back.
Thanks, Rolo.
Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Oh, you guys are adorable. Let's go in here and look at the scarecrow. Shake it, shake it. How do I look at you? There we go. Under the shade of an old straw hat, the scarecrow held a knowing smirk. One of its button eyes had been pecked out by a brash crow, creating the impression of an eternal wink. Unnerving, to say the least. Well, if you describe it that way. Hey, piggies!
Hey, Jack! Morning, Jill. Salutations, Dr. Hassenpfeffer III.
Good day. All right.
All right, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out.
What are you going to tell her?
I don't know, I'll think of something.
If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your gran smells kind of funny. That is not nice, Rolo.
Suit yourself, I won't be long.
This is so cute. Look at my house. Look at where I live. Look at the trees and the flowers and the... Okay, anyway. Now let's go inside. Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They have been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house. All right. So you want me to look around? Sure. Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric. Oh, no problem. I am in love with this game. I want it. The drawer was packed with his dad's old baseball card collection.
Never got the appeal of collecting things.
I collect coins. Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation. Shall I go upstairs to look for things before I talk to Gran? Luka paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet. Oh, that's sad. Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said. Oh, hide. Okay. Cool. Hey, is this my room? It's cute. Gran's moving in meant that most of Luka's things had been crammed in the corner. Luka tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air. Ah, cute. Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luka didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night. Oh, old people are adorable that way. They just pass right out like birds under a sheet. This music is so freaking good.
Oh, something has gone wrong in there.
A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string. Junk. Okay. La 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 la. Oh my, this is quite exciting indeed. I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. You can use the various charms you've collected to alter events and thus completely rewrite the fate of Beacon Pines. This is no small thing. So step forth, dear reader, and grasp a hold of fate itself. Oh, I'm gonna grasp all the hold of it. A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench. In the short time since her arrival, Gran had set about remaking the garden. The wild bushes Luka spent his childhood playing in had been replaced by patches of fresh soil.
Hey, Gran. I'm gonna go hang with Rolo for the day. See you later.
Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly?
Oh, nowhere special.
The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved. Oh, this is just so adorable. We were just gonna go heart for the day? Oh, wait. Oh, so then here I get it. We're gonna go chill for the day. Oh my god, I love it!
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
The best lies are built on the truth. True dat, book.
You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing.
We stick to what we're good at.
Well, make sure you're done chilling in time for supper.
Easy. Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. It's also the power of charm, which I have a lot of, book. A simple word can change the course of history. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle. I love this. I can't. The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches. Oh, that's a fantastic mechanic. This conversation with Gran seems innocent enough, the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things. Luka lies to Gran. All right. Let's see. We were just gonna go... Only use the heart one. Fine, hide.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
Hide?
Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide.
Yeah, I guess Rolo bet some other kids that we could beat them at hide and seek.
Aren't you a little old for that?
It's not like there's much else to do around here.
Well, make sure you boys are done playing your little game in time for supper.
All's well that ends well.
Sometimes when I get really into the story, I start forgetting what voices I'm doing. Like, not because I can't maintain them, but because I just lose my focus. I'm so cute. Look at my tail. That's not. Where's it? Sorry. All right, goodbye. Ah, he looks so excited. Come on, come on. Woo!
Dang it, Rolo.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
I think that's the perfect amount of grand. I just want to look around and see if there are any more charms.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Why is this so good? Oh, hell yeah, I'm just chilling like a villain. Which reminds me of, what is it? Disney's, Descendants? First of all, I'm a grown-ass woman, but I do like watching some of those Disney musical things. For those of you who also like them, did any of you see The Descendants, like 1 and 2? Did you like them? I love them. I thought it was a great premise. I love the music. One of my favorite songs was from the first one, performed by, you know, the adorable little Broadway singing lady or whatever, you know, don't you want to be evil like me? Don't you want to be mean? You know, that song? Loved it. It was so good. Anyway, okay, I don't know why that reminded me. Oh, because I think in the second Descendants, there's a song called Chillin' Like a Villain. Anyway, hey, Luka. Looks like you guys are in a hurry. I'm just keeping an eye on my boat, the SS Merry Times. Oh, that's sweet. Hello. Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we pound you. If I had a nickel for every yeah, but you wouldn't have to steal from people. I'd be the freaking king of nickels. He's just sleeping. Oh God, all right, I'm fine. Let's go. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. You stop eating so much, friend. It weighs you down. Uh-oh, hello, are you the mayor of Beacon? Hi.
Hey, Mr. Wilder.
Morning, Luka. What's the day have in store for you?
I was wondering if you heard any news about...
Well, if it's the news you want, young lad, then you've come to the right place.
Oh, great. Have you heard about something going on at the old fertilizer warehouse?
Nope.
Oh. Rollo thought he saw some lights there last night.
Rollo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing, and change is a dangerous animal. Oh, change. Cool. Also, I don't think that's the voice I wanted to give you, but now that you have it, you'll never speak again.
Hey, Mrs. Nelson.
Morning, Luka. Any big plans for the summer?
Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings?
I can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy to enjoy his summer.
Yeah, I guess not.
You be safe now.
All right, are you pregnant? Stop having babies.
Hey, hello.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted. The two wandered down the wooded path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, this is getting good.
Yeah, this game's getting good. Bye-bye. Hey, sexy ladies. Luka, just the fellow I was looking for. You're gonna also have who I'm assuming is your brother's voice, because you look just like Rollo.
Hey, Roxy, what's up?
Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Have you seen my idiot brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Who does that? That is the most important meal of the day, and it is the most delicious because it has a French toast. And also bacon.
Well, not really, no. Can't say I have.
Can't say or won't say.
Come on, Roxy. Would I lie to you?
Would I lie to you? Ba-ba-boom. Would I lie to you, Roxy? Luka, wait up. I almost forgot to tell you. Oh, God. Shush. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless.
Rollo.
So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. I'm just going to say it's really loud.
Rollo!
Why are you doing that turning thing with your body, huh? Is it because I'm talking about my dumb sister, Roxy? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And stupid. She's so super mega stoops, you don't even know. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Don't mind me, just over here lurking uselessly. They are so cute. I love their designs. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? I couldn't help but notice you slipped out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left unchored. Must have slipped my mind. Thanks for letting me know. You're a great sis. Anyways, Luke and I have places to be, so if you don't mind, scram. Can you scrambled eggs? Oh, I do mind. I'm not gonna catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and feed those pigs, or I haul you home myself. Uh-oh. Rolla froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luka knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little... chill. All right, so I see each charm has different scenarios where it's appropriate.
Come on, Roxy. It's the first day of summer. The sun's shining. We just want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problems for tomorrow.
That's great and all, but Rolo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. I don't think I would go by myself, but fine.
So, Fitz, what are you up to this lovely day?
Nope.
Cool.
Yikes. You have a crush on the town bitch? Because don't do that. Boys should never do that. If a girl has a nasty attitude and she does not like you, she does not deserve you. All right? Do not pine after those who do not pine after thee.
Duke Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do on his own.
A bit much, if you ask me. So is the voice I'm doing, because normally I would have my celts, and I don't. As a matter of fact, let me get up and go get it. All right, I've returned. To be honest, a part of the problem, too, is that I have my space heater just blowing right in my mouth. You know, it's just like drying me from the inside out. Oh, let's look around, see if there are charms. Kip's Hardware went out of business over a year ago. The building had sat vacant ever since. Oh. Miss Novak's bookstore was often closed until after lunch. Rummaging through the dusty piles of books was one of Luka's favorite ways to kill time. Nun Creed's drugstore. Yo, you big.
Luka, my boy, hold up a tick.
Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to...
I just saw the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out.
Hey, that's great, but I'm actually...
I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam.
Uh-huh.
Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Will do.
She's a fine woman, that Juniper.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess.
A real fine woman.
Gotta go.
Sweeter than any jam on earth.
You know what? You're disgusting, sir. You're gross. Wait, I think that's a forward place, so let's go look over here first. The phone booth was brand new, part of the town's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use. I do kind of miss seeing payphones everywhere. They're cool. Uh-oh, wait. The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weep Wood.
Okay, no turning back now.
Well, that sucks because No, you gotta turn back. I didn't know this was forward.
Is that sign new?
The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rolo do if he was here?
Luka often asked himself what Rolo would do, so that he could rule... Actually, I saw the joke and it tickled me, sorry. So that he could rule out that option. I thought that was funny.
I'm definitely not touching that thing.
All right, can I go back? Thank you. Luka knew... Oh, come on, I wanna... There's so many things I missed. Oh my god. All right, fine.
Oh. As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained. Okay, cool. It froze a little bit.
That's 2.
1 more to go.
Hiffia!
The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth.
Every kid in town knew the old Valentine fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life. There was an unnatural... what is that? What is the... What is that? There was an unnatural light that glowed gently from the windows, throbbing in time with a low, mechanical hum, like ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Okay, so Rolo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on here?
There was only one way to find out. Let's look at everything. The water looked almost diseased. A glowing sludge gathered in blobs at the surface. Gross. It flowed slowly into the woods. The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid.
Wow, that smells awful. Too bad Rolo's not here. He'd have no problem poking around in there.
You're cute. I love you.
Locked.
Luka thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper? Footsteps?
The sound of footsteps grew louder. Somebody in there jerking it?
Hello?
Shit. The heavy steel door knocked Luka to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luka watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as a hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. Then, darkness. This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change like that also would have been a good ending for the demo. It was far from the sort of change Luka imagined for himself. Oh, are you with me now again, game? Thanks. But it was an all too common ending for a denizen of Beacon Pines. The end? Aw, man, that's cool. I don't want to touch any of that. Luka stumbles into a hazmat worker. Okay. Wait a minute. Roxy wants Rolo to go do chores. I'm just curious. Let's go there and then say shit instead of chill. This is the best game ever. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit. I love it.
Make a break for it.
This is madness. Ah! Did that little shit just kick me? Run all you want, you little twerps. You gotta come home eventually. And now I'm gonna have a chance to... No. What do you want, sir?
I'm sorry, Mr. Nuncrete. Kinda in a hurry right now. Do not want to hear about how your loins thirst for my gran.
Boy's got too much of his father in him.
I don't remember what voice I gave you, and I don't care. You're too sexual. I win. They'll help? Dude, we weren't even racing. Also, I'm gonna drink my seltz. I got some sparkling raspberry lime Poland Spring this time. So, not my usual sweps. I mean, once you discover, seltzer or sparkling water that you really like, there is zero reason to ever drink soda again. Why do you need it? Like, this is soda, but without all the horrible stuff. There's no sugar. There are no chemicals. I mean, what? Anyway, off my soapbox. Or should I say my seltzer box? The champion!
We were racing.
Did that road get longer?
Like anything ever changes around here.
It seemed longer.
You're just lightheaded from the run. You really need to pace yourself better next time.
I'd totally change your voice a little bit from the beginning, but that's fine. It's okay. Not sure why I would take advice from second place.
Has that sign always been there?
Wait, what?
Caution, electrified fence.
No, that's definitely new. Creepy.
How are we gonna get around an electric fence?
Don't worry, I've got this. Oh, please don't. Oh, God.
Why did you do that?
Pa always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done.
Great. What now?
Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. Okay. Well, I already know what to do. From a safe distance. All right. Watch me work. Beep-a-boo! Whoa, you're a genius. Yeah, I think that did it. Luka, you never fail to impress. I know, bro. As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rolo began to bounce excitedly. Check it out.
Dang, Rolo, you weren't exaggerating for once.
Was there ever any doubt?
This definitely needs investigating.
Good thing 2 crack detectives are on the case.
This is crazy.
This is awesome. He is so cute. Check with this puddle.
That's not normal.
And this hose. Oh man, the door's locked.
Try harder.
No dice, it won't budge.
I'm tempted to prove you wrong, but I wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Oh well. Bling, 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 bling. This dumpster is new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. Can't really see what's in there.
Who did all of this?
My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure.
Are you sure that isn't the hazardous waste?
Just help me get in.
Rolo, it would be my honor to throw you in the trash.
Come on, Lady Luck. Oh, dang.
So? What's in there?
Let's see. There's a squishy bag of squish.
Wow.
Hang on, there's more. A good inch of stagnant sludge.
Your natural habitat.
Wait, hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out.
Are those walkie-talkies?
Just like Hank Atomic Communicators. Guys, I love walkie-talkies. Even as an adult, I just have an obsession with them. But I hate cell phones. Isn't that funny?
Do these actually work?
Ground command. Oh my god, the music.
Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me?
This is Hank Atomic. Ground command. You're coming in 5 by 5.
How are your vital readouts, Hank?
It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for evac.
Help is on the way.
Uh-oh. What was that?
Someone's coming. Just shut up and give me your hand.
I'm trying. Get a better grip. Whoa.
Scoot over. I'm coming in.
Ew. Dope-de-dope, dope-dope. Just doing sketchy things. Dope-de-dope. I don't like how he's wibbly-womping. I don't trust them wibbly-womps.
Tell me you saw that?
Dude, I don't know what I saw.
He's coming back. Get down.
Ooh. That's super mega sketch. The boys were petrified under the weight of the bag. Okay, I'm not waiting to find out what other crud that thing is gonna dump in here today. I think we should make for a break for it.
Calm down. There's no reason
To panic. I'm sorry, but I'm with Rolo. You need to Rolo the fuck out of there. I'm not panicking. You're panicking.
Rolo, calm down. You don't have to keep squeezing my hand so hard.
Dude, I am not holding your hand.
Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? Ah! 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 I'm beginning to see the benefits of your run for our lives plan.
Right, we've clearly established that I'm faster than you, so I'll go first.
Why not go together?
Flaming chicken coop, Luka. I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. If you hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Actually, either way, haul ass.
Rolo,
Yeah?
I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer.
It's what I do. Well, here goes nothing. Luka sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rolo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rolo's footsteps as they faded away. 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luka carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rolo, no sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luka clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night, throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room, and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Oh, poor little kid. Chapter 2. Dead Ends. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night.
Uh-huh.
So that'll need to get delivered into town today.
Okay.
So, what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday?
Nothing interesting.
Oh, hold on, I have to get the phone. Hello, Moshi Moshi. Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering, folks. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I gave her a different voice right in the middle of that conversation. Are you sure there wasn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday?
Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You're to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What?
If I'm not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox.
But...
What? Nothing. You're to stay here, understand?
Yeah.
Say it.
I'll stay here till you get back, and if I want to eat, it's in the damn icebox.
Good. All right. Bye, Gran.
Oh, and Luka, you left the icebox open yesterday. We're not made of money, you know.
Oh, damn. Did I? Luka stood in silent shock. Had Gran caught him in a lie? Where could she even be going?
Oh, that was strange.
Yeah, so were the voices I'm doing. They're just all over the place. Let's make some food. What? No, all right, fine. You don't want it, you don't get it. An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luka's bedroom.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Rolo, is that you?
Whoa, what? Oh.
Over?
Strange indeed. Well, anyway, hop, bop, 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 bop.
Oh, hey, Roxy. This is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday.
Is Rolo here?
No.
Look at me, Luka. This is serious. Is Rolo here?
No, I haven't seen him since yesterday.
Rolo didn't come home last night.
What?
A pit formed in Luka's stomach. Where was the last place you saw him?
We were playing around in Weep Wood, and then it was late and we went home.
Weep Wood? If he's alive, I'm gonna kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said? Luka's mouth felt dry, kind of like mine.
No, we were just messing around.
Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. If you can think of anything else that might help, let me know. You know, you really should tell the truth in that instance. Like, even if you don't want to get in trouble, you need to be old enough to understand when something is serious. And, you know, that could be a life or death situation. Your friend not showing up at home when they were leaving to go home, that's one of those kinds of deals. Anyway, Luka could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rolo? I've got to go find him.
Okay, you could leave it to the adults. I mean... Oh, that poor boy. Yeah, Rolo's parents said he never came home last night. Oh, that poor, sweet boy. And he's not the kind of kid to run away or anything. Oh, dear, that poor, sweet little boy. So if you hear anything, please let them know. Of course I'll let them know if I hear anything. All right. I really feel like I should tell somebody that there was somebody creeping. You haven't seen him since yesterday, you'll keep an eye out? Cool. Hey, did you happen to look up from your book for 2 seconds? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean, vanish? That's impossible. Oh my. He doesn't even see the danger he's in. Okay. Of course, why would anything be open in this stupid place?
Oh yeah, Miss Novak usually doesn't get in till after lunch.
Why are you so cute but also look so angry? And you are?
Luka Van Horn. You new here?
Yep, not by choice.
Gotcha. I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night.
So he's missing?
I guess so.
Like, missing? Luka shifted his feet uncomfortably. Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here? Because if it does, I'm going to tell my parents we maybe need to be out.
I don't think so.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. So I should probably get going.
Hey, wait up.
What?
I'm coming with you.
What?
This is the first interesting thing that happened since I got here. Besides, you look like you could use some help. The name's Beck.
Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I need some help. Try to keep up.
There's always some kid that's like, oh God, I don't want to be here. My stupid parents made me move. Ugh. It's like, relax, child. You didn't have much of a life wherever you were. Because you're a child. Is this sort of thing normal around? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place.
I have no idea what that stuff is.
Well, the next obvious step is science.
And what does science suggest?
Poke it with a stick. Luka watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the?
Cool! As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust. Okay, so the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell.
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in.
I don't have time for this right now, Iggy.
Oh, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish?
I could have given you like a stereotypical old-timey villain voice, but you know what? I don't want to. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. I'm the town bully, and you are meeting my fist. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. Yup. You've probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Okay, all right. Why would you hang out with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty all right.
Iggy, why do you have to be so... you?
Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him?
Shut up.
It's true. They got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Ooh, I would slap the fur off of your face onto her face.
Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family.
Well, look who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore. Somebody's looking for a whooping. Iggy took a step towards Luka, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luka's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city. But a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought, well, time to bust out the... No, you know what? Tickle was too affectionate. We're gonna bust out the strange, because you know what they say, it's always the crazy ones you gotta be worried about. All right, Luka, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend. If you're wondering why, I sound different, I moved my stuff around, in between what I just did. Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye. It's weird when people don't talk. Yup. Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense, wackadoos travel in packs, eh, dud? At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luka snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luka launched himself into his stomach. Ah! Oof! Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze. You jerk! My clothes are ruined! I'm gonna... Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up. Struggle? Weird. I don't feel so good. Oh, God! Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, I just...
No, you know what? You're not sorry. He was being a dick. I'm afraid that's the end of this part of the demo. But that doesn't mean there isn't more to discover. Remember, each new charm you found has special power. Just look to the Chronicle. And don't forget to wishlist and follow to find more cool stuff. Most importantly, if you enjoyed the demo, please tell your friends. Oh, I enjoyed the demo mucho much. Oh, let's go to the Chronicle. Let's see. Yeah, let's just see what happens if I say tickle, even though they don't deserve it. All right, time to bust out the tickles. Hey, Tish, want to see something cool? Yup. Check it. Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Yup. Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough. Help! What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us? Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered. I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid. Iggy kicked at the puddle toward Beck before making this escape. No! Escape. Whoa. What a little creep.
Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could. Is it bad?
It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look?
Oh god. I actually think it looked cute. And it's better than turning into a fucking mutant like the other kid did. Oh god, alright. That's fine. You know what? I'm going to leave the rest of this to the rest of you. That was Beacon Pines, and this is amazing. Beautiful animation, a wonderful mechanic, like incorporating the storytelling in actual storytelling from a book and allowing you to, build your own branching paths. I absolutely love that. I love everything about this. So if you love everything about this too, go ahead and wishlist it as they asked. And also, let the developers know that this is great. This is so great. The characters are cute. The dialogue is very well written. And again, I want to emphasize that I had to play this through again. So everything that you were hearing, like all of the reading and everything from me, that was my original commentary. But what I'm saying right now is what's recorded new. And even sitting here playing through like the footage again, and actually I think it's been a couple of weeks or even a month or so since I played this. So I'd kind of forgotten everything anyway. But just sitting here playing through and listening to my commentary as I'm playing through, trying to get it to match up, it just reminded me all over again how much I love this game. Nailing this kind of humor and that kind of feel where there's something dark going on and it feels adult, but it also feels like it's okay for kids, but still a little creepy for kids. That's hard to do, and I feel like the devs are doing that very well here. So again, very good game. Really enjoyed the demo. Everyone go and play it.